Yes, people, and welcome back to Punches and Pundits. Now, before we start, make sure to like, comment, and subscribe if you're watching on YouTube. And yesterday, well, a couple hours ago, we had UFC 326. Charles Oliveira against Max Holloway for the BMF title in Las Vegas. And let's deep dive straight away. Charles is the new BMF champion. Absolutely dominating Max Holloway for 25 minutes. Now we're gonna deep dive. Was this a BMF worthy fight? Did Charles Oliveira do the right thing of going down the path of least resistance? Why did Max Holloway have absolutely no answer to Charles's grappling, and what it means for the both of them going forward? Now, for me, I'm very clear on this stance. Charles did absolutely the right thing yesterday. He got hold of Max Holloway within the first 2 minutes of that fight, and that's all he needed to know. All he needed to know. It was the easiest takedown for him to get. Like, every single round, you knew, and it's reminiscent of the JDM Islam fight, and it's reminiscent of the Hamzat DDP fight. At the end of the day, if Max can't stop a takedown or can't get up, he's a mixed martial artist, it is on him. You can't say, oh, because this is the BMF belt, you're meant to scrap, you're meant to bang. At the end of the day, they're mixed martial artists, and Max Holloway had no answer. He was lost in there. Lost. And the worst thing is that he was losing the striking exchanges. At no point did he hurt Charles. At no point did Charles look in any danger. So how do you want to come and try say, oh, retire the BMF belt? Which, maybe there's an argument for that. But, oh, Charles is not really a BMF. What? He absolutely dominated. Max Holloway's never looked like that. Ever.
The argument for Oliveira not being a BMF champion is because Topuria beat him easily, and he's the champion in his weight class. So you could argue Ilia Topuria is a real BMF. That's the argument. But I agree with Louis. I don't know why Oliveira's getting all that hate, because a lot of people were saying Holloway was going to win this fight. A lot of people after that Topuria loss, me included, were questioning Charles Oliveira. We were saying, is he the same guy? Is he washed? And if anything, I just told Louis this as well. This makes Ilia Topuria's win over Charles look a lot better. That win has aged so well, because since that loss, Oliveira's been on a bit of a run. And now with this Holloway win, dominant win, where he literally dominated him, you could argue, bro, there's an argument for him to be next for the belt. Him or Saruki.
At the end of the day, yeah, when I was previewing this fight, it was fairly simple. If Charles fought smart and used grappling at the forefront of his game plan, he was going to beat Max Holloway.
No, but the thing is...
but it was simple.
No, that's a good point. But the thing is, the reason why people are fed up as well, I've got to look at it from both sides, is because it's a BMF fight. Now, I'm against this whole BMF stuff, but the way they match BMF fights is they make guys fight each other, and they're all striker guys. You look at a guy like Gaethje, Holloway, there's been a lot of, Masvidal, Nate Diaz. These are strikers. So they're expecting another war, another striking matchup. And we didn't get that. We got a clinical MMA veteran performance in Oliveira. Oliveira did what he had to do to win.
Exactly. But if Charles would have taken Max down and submitted him within the first 3 rounds, yeah, would we be having that conversation?
No, we wouldn't.
The only thing you can praise is Max Holloway's submission defense, because it was good.
The only reason why they're getting stickers is because of that BMF stuff. If this was a normal fight, a contender fight, if this was a number 1 contender fight, and Oliveira fought the way he did, nobody would have any issues. The issue is because it was for the
no, they would.
Belt.
They would.
No,
but they would though.
No, but listen, if Oliveira knows he's a win or 2 away from a title shot and he fights like that, I've got no problem with that. He dominated him, okay? And this is the highest level of MMA. You have to do it. The last time Oliveira stood toe to toe with somebody,
he got
tried to slug it out, he got knocked out cold. Maybe he's got PTSD from that. Anyways, this is a veteran performance, and like I said, this whole BMF nonsense is why he's getting stick. You get rid of the BMF stuff, and he's not getting as much stick, because that was a top performance.
You don't think there's anything BMF about dominating a guy for 25 minutes to that? Like, do you know what it is? Yeah, maybe. Thing is, maybe because I'm a Charles fan and I appreciate like the ups and downs of his career and stuff, but like he was the underdog this fight. Everyone was saying Max is gonna stay on his feet and he's
Max
gonna
beat him
box
as well.
the.
People forget Max is a winner over him as well.
Yeah, but it was
Yeah.
it wasn't controversial, but there was an injury involved. But the point that I'm making is like he was the underdog in this fight. You know what I'm saying? People are discounting him, saying he's just gonna get his head punched in. TKO for Max, KO for Max. Come on now. Where was the proof? Where was the proof that Max Holloway could handle and also like apart from Arman Sarukian, yeah, in that lightweight division, no one can chat to Charles when it comes down to wrestling. Ilya, we saw very briefly in their fight, and I guess I would have loved to see more grappling exchanges. But other than Arman Sarukian, no one, and I'm saying wrestling, I'm not talking jiu-jitsu. I'm saying if Charles wants to take you down, 13 of the other lightweights in the top 15, yeah, cannot chat to him. He's taking you down. By hook or by crook, single leg. He's got this way where he connects his hands, bro, and he's strong. You look at him physically, he doesn't look like a Arman. He doesn't look like a BSD. You know those guys where you're like, oh my gosh, this guy's gonna be crazy strength. But once he gets hold of you, it's over. He's getting you down. He's not just a jiu-jitsu guy. He's an MMA guy.
No,
That's
that's
what I'm
a good
saying.
point. No, listen, I don't give Charles any stick. Like I said, it's all this BMF stuff. Get rid of that BMF stuff. And it was a good performance. A very good performance against a top guy in Holloway. Now, where does Charles go from here? Because does he continue the whole BMF gimmick? Because I don't like the BMF stuff. Or does he now go into contention? Is he now a win away from a title shot? Two
Did you
wins
see
away
who
from a
called
title
him out?
shot.
Arman.
For a
Arman said,
rematch.
let's do it. Yeah.
Fair play. That's a good call out from Arman Sarukian. I think that's a risky fight for Charles. And also it's a risky fight for Arman as well because Arman's next in line for the shot. So I think that's the fight to make. That's a good call out. That's a good call out. And
Why?
I don't know what Oliveira said in response, but
Yeah, he
that's
hasn't
that's the
replied
right
to that.
fight.
The only fight that's been talked about is a certain Conor McGregor.
For Charles Oliveira,
Yeah.
for the BMF belt,
Yeah.
that's never happening.
Why not? It's a perfect opportunity. There's a belt there for Conor to win. There's a belt there that you can promote. It makes a lot of money for Charles. Why not do it? Who's Conor gonna fight?
He's not fighting again. I said this.
He is fighting. Do you know what? He is fighting again.
Nah, he's not.
He is.
He's not.
He's fighting again.
What
Dana
makes
White actively said he's talking to McGregor right now.
was talking to him when he pulled out with the
Conor
the
McGregor
top.
will headline.
Conor pulled out.
Do you want to know my prediction?
What's your prediction?
It'll be Charles v McGregor, BMF International Fight Week.
I highly doubt it. Highly doubt it. McGregor's not fighting at 155.
No, it'll be at
It's too
170.
big.
It'll be at 170.
Yeah, 170. I doubt it.
He says the 150 BMF is tied to 155.
No, it's not. It's not. That's a good point. But I just don't see McGregor coming back. There's been so much talk of him coming back over the past years. That he's coming back now. He's coming back now. That guy's never. coming back.
So when will you believe that he's coming back?
Never. He's never coming back.
If the fight's booked
Conor,
on the UFC
Conor McGregor's
account,
next fight will be on Misfits in 5 years' time.
You're
He's
taking
gonna
a piss.
box.
You're taking
No,
a
the
piss.
fight that I thought would happen is Masvidal versus McGregor, because there was talk of Masvidal coming back. I'd say do McGregor Masvidal 170.
How do you think? How do you think a Charles McGregor fight would go?
It's not good for McGregor because look, McGregor in his prime would have been good. Like, would have been a good fight. But the guy, firstly, he's getting on in the age as well. He's not. I'm pretty sure he's older than Charles. Or I don't know, maybe close in age.
Same age, no.
But Charles is a lot more active. McGregor hasn't fought in 5 years. When was the last time McGregor fought? That Dustin Poirier leg break, which was 2021. 5 years ago, bro. Come July, 5 years ago. Oh man, guys, you can't spend that much time outside the cage and expect to come back against a top fighter in Charles Oliveira, who's on a win streak now.
How long was GSP's break before he fought Bisping?
But GSP lives the lifestyle. He lives fighting. He trains. He eats well. McGregor's not living that life, man. You know what I mean? And this is not a diss, because McGregor's he had a good career. There's a lot of fans in.
So you're saying,
but he's not the same guy.
Yeah, but if
we
it's
need to stop this, McGregor's coming back. He's not coming back.
I think I don't know. Well, if the name If the name comes across on Oliveira's table, if it's between that and Arman, there's only one answer.
For me, the only winnable fight out of the big names was Chandler. Chandler's a name.
Oh my gosh, they're feeling Chandler to the wolves though.
I know they're cooking him, but Chandler was his only winnable fight, who's also a name. Because if McGregor comes back, you have to give him a name. You can't just give him a nobody, right?
But like a Dan Hooker or something.
But Dan Hooker's not really the name Chandler is. He's not the name Chandler is. I know Hooker's been around, but Chandler's a bigger name. Chandler's been around. He was
Chandler's
champion elsewhere.
Yo, Chandler's getting given roofie, bro. Chandler ain't got juice like that no more. He's getting given roofie.
No. Listen, the juice is the White House card. It's not. They will fight anyone on the White House card. But for me,
by the way, the White House card we're gonna deep dive.
Yeah, we'll
but it's
about that
stinky.
But
stinky.
There's one specific name that popped up that I can't believe he made it. Like,
which one? Zahabi.
Nah, there's one name I saw, and I just flicked the screen.
Who is it? Bo Nickel.
Yeah, I couldn't believe. I couldn't believe.
I couldn't believe I saw Zahabi on there, bro.
Someone even said like, how the hell did Bo Nickel sneak into that? How did he do
Bo Nickel got demoted from main cards before, and now he's on the White House card. Why does Dana gas up cards like that, man?
He wants an American guy, patriot.
Zahabi against.
He fits the bill, and Bo Nickel's a Trump fan, innit? Do you know what I mean? It's either Bo Nickel or Colby. They had to put one of them. Do you know what I mean?
I'd rather Kobe.
Yeah, but then Colby hasn't fought in a while. Maybe he's
yeah, Kobe's washed.
And plus, Bo's a safer option. You know he's gonna show up. And probably Bo, you can get him on the cheap as well. I don't think they'll have to pay Bo as much. No, it's finances as well, isn't it?
Get him on the cheap, you know, for a White House card. Nah, it's crazy. But going back to the main event, I mean, what's next for Max? Do you know what? Max v Paddy Pimblett. What are we saying for that? Why not?
Yeah, that's a good fight. That's a good fight for Max. I think very winnable fight for Max, but also it's a good fight for Paddy as well, because Paddy wants to fight a name after losing to Gaethje.
Yeah,
he showed toughness, so. But I just think Holloway's a lot better than on the feet. But I thought Holloway would do a lot better against Charles. Now I'm not saying Paddy's as good as Charles, but maybe going up a weight.
But what do you think it was like?
I don't know what it was. It's just Charles looked stronger. Obviously, he looked bigger. I don't know. It's like you're right. Even the punches, like they were affecting him. He was getting wobbled a lot, and it's like it just doesn't make sense to me. It doesn't make sense to me how. You know what it is? It's the weight class, you know, going up in weight.
Nah. Don't blame the weight class because when he knocked out Gaethje and he beat Poirier.
Charles has done very well, but I'm saying when you go up in weight and you fight guys who are just as big as you, if not bigger.
So what? Dustin Poirier and Gaethje aren't like within the same.
No. But Poirier, Oliveira is better than both of these guys. People don't understand how good.
You were saying he's washed though.
I never said he's washed. I said we need to look at his chin. After getting knocked out like that, he may never be the same. I never said he's washed. I said we'll learn a lot after his next fight. And again, his next fight was Gamrot.
Yeah, so his chin didn't even get tested.
But it got tested against Holloway.
Did it?
Barely, but
did it?
Well, his thing about chin, yeah, it's like, are you afraid to throw yourself in the fire line? He did exchange with him on the feet for a bit. You know
I mean, Charles had never been KO'd stiff before. Like,
you know, it's a confidence thing, isn't it? It's a confidence thing. And he still looks confident, so maybe he switches it up because he did grapple a bit against Gamrot.
What do you mean?
I mean, that's what I'm saying. He grappled.
If he dominated Gamrot, whether you like him or not, his whole game plan, his whole stick is grappling. He picked him up like he was a schoolboy and choked him out within 10 minutes.
We're seeing a different Charles.
A smarter Charles.
We're seeing a smarter Charles. We're seeing a Charles who understands. All right, I've just been knocked.
Do you think Oliveira could beat Arman then?
I think Arman's a tough fight.
For 25 minutes.
Arman's out wrestling D1 wrestlers, bro.
What, my man? The RAF.
No,
I don't want to hear nothing.
No, but, all right, not D1, but NCAA. I don't know how it works. But all I know is they're good wrestlers, innit? And he's out wrestling these top guys. So it will be tough for Charles to dominate on the mats. But he's a much better striker than Arman. But
Is he?
No, Charles is a much better striker than Arman. What do you mean?
He's a better all-rounder, but
Sarukin's a better striker than.
No, that's not what I'm saying. But I'm saying Arman's a good striker. I'm saying if you mix everything with kicks, obviously with kicks and Muay Thai, Charles is better.
Can crack as well. Charles has got knockout power as well.
I don't think Charles needs to go down. The thing is, Charles won the belt by being a berserker against strikers, bro. He didn't give a toss. He was throwing Muay Thai against Gaethje. He was throwing Muay Thai against
Well, he
Poirier.
beat a striker and Holloway with grappling.
And
He's changed his way because I think when you get knocked out like that, you have to evolve. You have to switch.
yeah, and he beat a grappler with grappling. So why can't he beat Sarukian with grappling?
He can't beat Sarukian with grappling. That's not possible.
Not possible.
I don't think it's possible.
You don't think he can submit? You don't think he can submit?
No, I don't think he can. I don't think he can. But
Bro,
Sarukian's
Oliveira in better form at UFC 300 than right now when they fought?
that was Oliveira at his best, right?
No,
Was that not Oliveira? At his
no.
best? When he fought Sarukian the first time, was that not
UFC 300. Okay,
was that
so
not him in his pomp?
no. So he lost to Makachev. Yeah. Then he had the Benil Dariush fight. Was there a fight, another fight in between? I can't remember.
I don't
Before
know.
300.
I know he fought Sarukian coming off a win. He didn't.
Yeah, off the Benil Dariush fight, and then he was meant to fight Islam, and he got the cut.
Gosh, yeah, right.
So he
that-
had one win against Dariush.
Yeah, but that was Oliveira before he got knocked out. Before he got knocked out cold. You know.
Yeah, but his tactics were wrong against Arman, and it was a 15-minute
I
fight.
know, but what
Why
can
is
you-
it?
alright.
Why is
No, no,
Charles fighting
see,
15 minutes?
But the thing is as well.
He would have won that fight if it
the-
was 25 minutes. You know that, innit?
I think no. I think.
Wait.
If it's tough in it, to say if it's tough.
Charles would have won. A lot of people are arguing that he won that fight even with 15 minutes. Joe Rogan was saying that he won that fight. Whether you take Joe Rogan
Alright,
serious.
Since that fight,
Yeah.
who has grown leaps and bounds? Oliveira or Sarukian?
Who's
Since that fight.
Here's Sarukian fought to show that he's jumped leaps and bounds. A washed Dariush, a washed Hooker.
Beat Hooker, yeah. Who else did he beat?
What? No names.
Who else did he beat? He beat someone else.
The best name on his resume is a welterweight now, and that's Alvarez. I'm not even joking. That's the best win of his career.
Sarukian.
Yeah, he beat Alvarez. That's the best. That's the best name on his resume. I'm not even lying, because Alvarez, if it weren't for him, people aren't talking about him. Yeah, but if it weren't for him,
What
not
do you mean the best name on his record is Oliveira, bro? What are you on about?
other than Oliveira.
Oh, other than Oliveira.
Other than Oliveira. But that's what I'm saying. And the way he, let me remind you, Sarukian has lost to Gamrot, bro.
No, you're right.
You know what I'm saying?
Look,
So it's
Gab-
like,
but that
bro,
was-
nah.
that was early days. Like,
At the end of the day,
I just think
Arman hasn't fought.
He's a serious guy, man.
Of course, he's a serious guy. But when it came down to showing he's the most serious of serious guys, he stayed at home. While Moicano went into the octagon, yeah? I ain't seen him
beat Moicano too, didn't he?
Who?
Sarukian.
I don't think he
Or
fought
if ever
Sarukian.
fought.
No, I don't think he fought Sarukian. I'll be real.
Yeah, I mean, look, that's a good call out from Arman. Fair play. At least you're saying his resume is not good. At least he's calling for the big fights.
But that just
But
shows.
then it's just I don't know. I mean, I would have loved to see Paddy versus Sarukian. You know,
Yeah, that would be a good grappling.
I would have loved to see that.
That would be a good grappling fight.
I would love to see Sarukian versus Ilya, but
Yeah, but
Gaethje's
Sarukian's
got
too
the fight.
busy headbutting or fighting people, bro.
yeah, he punched the guy at wrestling.
Like,
Well,
get a grip.
yeah, he's got anger problems.
He
Yeah.
does.
It's a discipline thing.
And again, he's in Dana's bad books. Dana just
Dana-
reiterated it yesterday. It's like, you're not doing yourself any favors. Like, honestly, bro. Like, why would they give... I don't know. Charles got that Arman fight as almost as a punishment for, dropping out of the Islam rematch. Because he went and got his own stitching with a doctor in Brazil. You remember? And Dana was pissed, and Hunter Campbell was pissed. And that's why they put him on UFC 300 against Arman. But, bro, if I'm Charles Oliveira, I'm doing the biggest fight possible. And the biggest fight possible is I'm pushing for Conor. Now, if it doesn't happen, then I'm doing the Arman fight. But there's literally nothing there, bro.
There's more chance of you fighting for the BMF than McGregor coming back. There's more chance. That guy is never coming back, man.
You want to put a bet?
I'm not really a better man. Yeah.
Okay, but a gentleman's agreement that for me, yeah,
It's not-
McGregor will headline. I have a strong feeling that McGregor will
What- no,
headline.
but what is it that all of a sudden, it's not just you, a lot of people are saying it as well, that what makes you think he's coming back? What, just because he recorded a few videos in the gym?
No.
The guy's
Even Dana. Bro, Conor's like, I've accepted every single. Like, I'm saying yes. I'm telling you, so what? When the UFC actually put out the picture of Charles and Connor on the UFC account, then you're gonna be like, yeah, he's gonna drop out. Is that what you're gonna say?
This guy's never fighting again. What makes you think
Mo,
he's fighting, bro?
that picture, you're gonna load up your phone at some point.
His only chance of fighting for me was that was the White House against Michael Chandler. That's it. He's not fighting Oliveira. He's going to lose. It's not just the fact that I don't think he wants to fight. From a competitive standpoint, why would the UFC?
He doesn't think that.
Why would the UFC?
He doesn't think that.
The
though.
UFC need to make a strategic decision. Yeah.
Why?
They know McGregor's got 1 or 2 fights left in him. Yeah.
Yeah.
If
So
he
put
ever
him.
comes back, if he ever comes back, why would you put him up against Oliveira?
Why are you gonna put him
just
up?
who just beat Holloway, who out grappled Holloway? We know McGregor's weakness is grappling. They're not going to put him in there. And then who else is there? Like I said, the winnable fight for him, and it has to be against a name.
Connor's got. Wait. Hold on.
It has to be against a name. They
Time
can't
out.
put him
Time out.
against a champion.
Connor's got better grappling than Max Holloway. Are you joking?
But that's a good.
Are you joking, bro? Are you forgetting Conor McGregor?
On what basis does he have better grappling than Max Holloway? No, obviously we can say it, but
Put Max Holloway against angry Khabib. You think he's lost in 4 rounds, bro?
But I'll be
You think he's he's stalling even one takedown?
I'll be honest. McGregor's takedown defense was the best against Khabib. Yeah, a lot of people downplay it, but Holloway's takedown defense is alright. He's not a scrub.
It's
It's not
rubbish.
too bad. No, it's not.
What are you
Prime
talking?
Holloway. Holloway is not in his prime right now. He's not in his prime.
Oh my god! Wait, nah,
Prime.
Mo, you're moving right. How
Prime.
you saying he's not in his prime?
His prime. Prime Max Holloway is the Holloway that was smoking everyone at featherweight.
His
He-
prime was at.
He's in a good phase in his career now.
Oh my!
Like, this is not prime Holloway. If we put prime Holloway against Khabib, obviously he loses.
His prime was 145, bro.
Yeah, but okay, going up in weight, you can still do it. Prime Holloway still loses to Khabib, but I reckon he stuffs a few takedowns.
What?
You're telling me he doesn't stuff one
He
takedown?
doesn't stop one takedown, bro. He gets submitted in 5 minutes.
No, he loses the fight. But
No.
he stuffs takedowns.
You know how you say Topuria would knock out Gaethje within the first exchange?
look.
Khabib would have submitted him within 5 minutes.
I think that's harsh. 5 minutes.
Bro, wait, hold on. What are you talking? Wait, Mo,
Prime
bro,
Holloway
bro,
is-
Mo,
this
what are you
is-
talking about? How are you saying? The whole argument is Holloway's added KO power. Yeah, he's packing a punch now.
No, but
He's
you're-
not
Okay,
pillow
okay,
fisted.
but let's go to the original point. You said Conor McGregor is a better grappler than Max Holloway.
100 billion, 100 billion%, bro. Are you joking?
Well, they're both not great grapplers, but we need like evidence to say
Who?
Because who's
Bro.
McGregor ragged on? I know McGregor out grappled him when they were kids, but he was a kid. But I don't think he was 20. Like how old was he?
Bro,
He was a kid.
are we being for real? You actually think this is a convo? After you watched what? After you watched
You don't think
Last
Charles,
night.
You don't think Charles would do that to McGregor? He does the same, bro.
I think, let me tell you something, yeah. I think the Conor McGregor 2018 at 155 against Khabib, yeah.
No.
Charles is struggling to get those
100%,
takedowns.
100%.
Okay, well that's what I'm saying.
Well, McGregor now is 2026. He's 36, 37. Hasn't fought in 5 years. He's not the same guy. And mentally.
Yeah, but
not-
I'm saying
not even mentally, he doesn't look the same. Do you know what I mean?
I'm saying historically, Max Holloway's never ever been a better grappler than Conor McGregor, ever. What? Because he got up from Yair Rodriguez takedown, or he got up from Topuria, who introduced.
I think his takedown defense was so good. That
He didn't even try and get
that-
up
that we
yesterday,
never-
bro.
No, I think in his prime, it was so good his takedown defense that we never really
Mo,
got to
Mo,
see him.
why are
like,
you
on his
saying
back.
why
didn't really see
Max
Max
is
get-
Max is 34 years old, yeah? He was the BMF. He literally just beat Dustin Poirier. At 155, he just beat Justin Gaethje.
Right.
Yeah, he went down to 145 against Topuria. We both agree that Topuria is a once-in-a-generation fighter. What is there to prove that Max Holloway is not in his prime?
He's not like the Poirier he beat. That's Poirier one foot out the door. We can agree on that, right? No, we can agree on that. And the Gaethje he beat, okay, that was a Gaethje, but it's still not Gaethje. Like, come on, man, it's not.
What are you saying to me? So you're just
All
discounting.
these guys are kind of washed. Like, we have to be honest, man. Gaethje's.
So you're just discounting his whole 155 career then?
I'm not.
Everything.
it's good.
No. Everything Max has done at 155
Alright, it's
is
good.
meh.
I'm not saying that. But what I'm saying is, yeah, it's harsh to say McGregor's a better grappler than Holloway.
No,
You have to go back to that original point
it's factual.
because now we're talking about prime and this that.
It's factual.
I think it's harsh.
It's factual. It's factual. Bro, Max didn't even try and get up. Charles might as well have grown a beard and started fasting because he was moving like a Dagestani yesterday, bro.
No.
He couldn't even get up. He was
Yeah,
moving like a...
Okay,
Bro, he was moving like Hamza. And he was moving like Hamza and he was moving like Islam, bro.
Okay. No, that's a good point. But was he moving like that because he wanted to, or was he moving like that out of sort of PTSD because he's just coming?
No, he was moving like that.
No.
No. He was moving like that because Max Holloway had zilch answers, bro. You make your calculations in the fight. He got hold of him. He was like, "This is food."
Okay, if Oliveira let Holloway get comfy on the feet, they were
It could have got long for him. It could have got long for him.
Holloway would have had a better chance, wouldn't he?
Of course.
So
The only chance.
Max done his homework.
No, he didn't.
No, Max done his homework.
What was he doing in training camp?
Grappling.
Well, he needs to fight his grappling.
Sorry,
No.
Oliveira done his homework. What am I talking about?
Yeah, no. But
Oliveira
I'm saying Max
Oliveira.
Max needs to have a chat with his grappling coach because I don't know what they did. He didn't
think-
even.
no.
Name me one time that he tried to get up, bro.
No. The thing is, look, I think Max came into the fight. They all game plan for a striking matchup. Everyone knows Charles for his striking, but Charles did his homework. Charles has changed his game a bit. He's coming in grappling heavy. It could be because he's getting older. It could be because he's just been knocked out cold. It could be because he wants to exploit a weakness that Max Holloway has. Regardless, he is now coming to this fight with a completely different game plan, different to the way he usually fights. And I think that caught Max.
No,
off guard.
Max Holloway. No,
Caught him off guard.
There's either two reasons. Either Max Holloway didn't do his homework, which Charles's last fight was against Gamrot. You saw his game plan against a grappler. He grappled a
That's a good
grappler.
point.
If you're a striker, he's gonna grapple you. Like why would he have a fight with you?
That's a good point. To be fair,
Like-
if they had watched the Gamrot fight, they should
Yeah,
have been
bro.
prepared. Because you're right. The takedown defense was.
That was his last fight.
But there's even arguments to that Oliveira hurt him on the feet, and that's what made the takedowns easier as well.
No, because he got it.
Do you know what I
He got the takedown when he was fresh, bro.
No. I'm saying though, as the fight went on, as
No.
well, 'cause he did hurt him though. We can agree that.
Not really.
He
And Max at no point was wobbly.
no, it was not wobbly, but he cracked him. Like sometimes when you crack someone, they're hesitant. Do you know what I mean?
No,
You could see it.
There's just. Do you know what? This is DDP Hamzat, bro. We were gassing up DP.
It wasn't that.
No. Let me tell you something. Yeah.
Wasn't-
But I'm saying we were gassing up DDP, saying, you
That
know
was
what? He's a
50.
decent wrestler.
Was that not 50-43? Hamza DDP.
There was argument for 10-8 rounds in there.
Yeah, so it was 50-44, wasn't it? Across the board.
I'm saying that in the Max Charles fight, some people gave 10-8. So I don't agree because there was not enough damage. But, bro, I'm not gonna lie. If we look at the lightweight top 15, a lot of people are out grappling Max, bro. Is it that Charles is grappling so good, or Max is just, when it comes down to a good grappler at 155, he's just gonna get munched? What is it? Before we move on.
Well, listen, there's clearly a hole in this game because you can't go from looking so good on the field
Does
and then
BSD
being so
do
compromised. on the
does
mat.
alright?
So
Let's not even say Armin, because Armin would out grapple
even
Max.
Paddy, I think, looking at that now, Paddy, if he does come in grappling, well, Paddy's not really a wrestler though. He's got good like jiu-jitsu, but we saw even against Gaethje, he struggles to take people down.
Yeah, but he wasn't trying. He was
No,
trying to have a slug. He
No,
was trying to have a slugfest with
no,
Gaethje.
but it's like I don't think he has the takedown. He doesn't have the catalog of takedowns. Like he's not really gonna shoot.
Yeah, but
double. But when he gets you
Charles-
on the ground, though, Paddy's a problem. I can't lie. Paddy,
but
Paddy
you're-
on the mats is very good.
If you look at Charles's takedowns, bro, he just gets a hold of you and he's like, "You're going down, bro."
But
It's not rocket
Charles'
science.
wrestling's underrated. Charles took down Chandler, didn't he? Did you not take
100 billion times in the second
exactly?
fight, bro.
So and Chandler's a credentialed wrestler. He took him down with ease. So I mean, that's when I saw this guy can actually wrestle. You're right. Sarukian is the only guy that can say he's better than Charles at wrestling.
Or Dariush. he
Again,
didn't take
so we
down
have to go back to the McGregor fight then.
Mm.
Looking at the way he ragdolled Holloway, he ragdolled Chandler. McGregor's not gonna want to fight him. Like, come on, man. McGregor has ego. He's gonna say, "I want to fight." He doesn't want to fight him.
Yeah, he
Nah,
thinks he can beat Charles.
Yeah, but the business, the UFC as a company, the UFC is lacking stars.
Why? No, but why?
No, the UFC is lacking stars, right?
Yeah,
don't
but they're
have many
not.
stars.
They're
They've
past.
just lost a
Why are they
big
gonna?
star in
Nah.
due to injury. We don't know when he's coming back. Yeah,
Yeah, but then why are they gonna...
Pereira's a star, and that's it. And Ilya, and Makachev, that's it.
And Charles. Charles is a star.
No, Charles is a star, but he's not on the same level of stardom as those other guys. Okay, he's a bigger star than Aspinall, but
Hamza.
Makachev, Ilya, Hamza as well. He's not on that sort of level, but they need to make a decision with McGregor. They need to put him in a fight where he wins, where there's a high percentage.
Why though? Why though?
Because they need him to fight again.
He's not the golden goose. We haven't seen him fight
He
for
is the
fight. He is the golden. No, he's the golden goose. But
McGregor's
the UFC.
McGregor's paid.
Okay, but the UFC's lived on. The UFC's lived on for the last
and they haven't
5 years.
They have never made as much money as when McGregor fought. That year, when McGregor fought 3 times, what was it? 2015 or 2016?
Bro, you're going. You're going.
No, I'm saying though, that year when he fought 3 times, that's the most the UFC have ever made from cards. The revenue that guy generated will never be matched.
Yeah,
so
but
they need to squeeze as much as they can out of him by putting him in fights where he wins.
I don't know
where
if they.
they'll win him, because you put him against Oliveira, coming off that.
What do you think? What do you think the chances are of him winning?
Very low.
Like 10%.
Out of 10, 0, 1 if Oliveira gets injured. That's honestly, it's like that. So that's a reason as well. Secondly, yeah, the only win for him in that sort of top 10 who's a name is Chandler, because again you have to put him in there with a name, and Chandler,
she's getting fed to the wolves.
He's getting fed to the wolves. So it's like,
Yeah,
you know what I mean? It's like, come on, Chandler might not be in the UFC after the Rufy fight. No, I'm not. They might release him. That's the thing. So then, if Masvidal comes out, all right, put him in there. Or Nate Diaz. Someone will talk about Nate Diaz. If they need to re-sign him, that's it. Those are the 2 fights for him. What are you gonna do? Go put him at 170 against Kamaru Usman? He's gonna kill him.
Prot.
Exactly. There was talk of him fighting Protez. Exactly. Come on.
Hey, Protez.
Hey, look, when McGregor spent all that time out when he lost to Khabib, yeah, came back against what? Cerrone. All right. Cerrone wasn't really. Cerrone was out of his prime. He was done, right?
Mm.
But the first top guy he fought, he lost, because the sport has evolved. The sport evolves every year, and between his last fight and now, it's evolved even more. So McGregor's gonna come back, the same guy, and he's gonna be in trouble, man. That whole
you don't think
that whole 1-2 slip back counter left hook, that doesn't work anymore. The sport's evolved. It's evolved though, hasn't it?
So you're saying there's just like, bro, he would just get.
Yeah, he's in trouble. Like,
Nah, but do you know what you're saying? The sport's evolved, but like, do you remember the conversations we used to have about prime 145 McGregor against Ilia Topuria? You're saying that would have been a scrap.
it would have been a scrap, but it's never gonna happen.
No, but I'm saying like he was so ahead of his time.
No, he was very good, but the sport's evolved where look, it's like football, yeah. When we talk about footballers that are very good right now, we compare them to footballers in the past. Even the guys who are not as good now would dog walk the guys from back in the past, because the sport's evolved. It's changed. It's the same with MMA, same with boxing. The game's evolved. It's different. The top 10, if we do the top 10 for lightweight 10 years ago against the top 10 for lightweight now, the guys now would beat the guys from before, even though the guys before are bigger names. Because the sport's evolved.
Wait, hold on. You don't think prime Tony Ferguson is getting mixy with a lot of these guys?
I think the guys now are crisper. The sport's evolved. It's hard to explain, but it's like the game's
No,
evolved
that's a strong shout.
the game's evolved so much. The only guys, all right, Khabib obviously 10 years ago. Khabib's a phenomenon, right? But all right, let's do 20 years ago, 15 years ago.
Yeah, that's a long time ago.
Do you know what I mean? Like, you look at a guy like Henan Barao in his prime against
No, that's too
against
far.
Morab right now. That's
you're
not really too far. But Barao's in his prime was 2014.
Yeah, you
20,
went
20.
135. I'm
Right,
talking
that's like what,
lightweight.
15
I'm talking
I'm
lightweight.
talking generally across the whole of the UFC. The top 10s from back in the day, compare them to now. The sport's evolved.
Anyways,
Too much evolution's happened for McGregor to come back and slot straight in.
all right, fair enough.
in
That's your.
trouble.
But I still think they'll make that fight. So
Not happening.
we'll have to wait and see. Let's move to the co-main and your boy. I remember you sitting in this exact chair saying what the Ridder's gonna be. Yeah, he's gonna be that guy. I don't know. He's not that guy, bro.
Yeah, he's not. He's not. I can't lie. The Ridder. You know what it is. When you look at a guy, you look at the Whittaker fight. He won, but there were holes in his game, right? He was getting clipped left, right, and center. He keeps spamming this knee to the body, and he's winging his punches and looking down on the mat. But he won against Whittaker, right? By grit.
And he beat Bo, no? Bo
Yeah, he submitted Bo Nickel.
No, he need him.
No, sorry, he TKO'd him. Didn't submit him.
Yeah.
But you're thinking you need to evolve, and he lost his last fight, didn't he? Rid of RDR.
Against Brendan Allen.
Exactly, he lost. So you're thinking
He gave
come
up
in,
on the stool. He gave up
yeah.
on
So
the
come
stool.
in and make changes and evolve. But he did the same thing. Knees to the body. His timing looked off.
He's not crisp.
He kept getting clipped. All right, he's not a striker, but come on. All right, at least work on your entries to take people down.
Do you know? Do you know who he reminded me of?
That was really
But
bad.
without the dog, he reminded me of DDP when he first got to the UFC. But without the dog,
and without the punch power,
yeah,
and without the strength and the
like just blowing.
Nah, but DDP could crack. That's the thing as well. Those when he was winging punches, people would actually stay off because he can crack. RDR has no power in his punches.
Yeah, it's crazy.
And he spams his knee to the body. He's overdoing it, and it's super telegraphed as well. You know.
Yeah.
You
It
can
is
see coming.
telegraphed. But I do you know what though? Like, let's give credit.
But
to
matchup wise, it's funny, yeah. Him against Kamzat would be a tougher fight for Kamzat. It's all about matchups because RDR can really grapple.
Hold on.
No, because RDR can really grapple. If you think about it, yeah. If you put Baralio against Hamzat ragdolls him, yeah. You put you put Hamzat against all these other guys, ragdolls.
Hold
But
on.
RDR on the feet, he's not that guy. But on the mats, he's a serious guy. So that would be a tougher fight.
Is
for Hamzat.
RDR better on the mats than Brendan Allen then?
Well, obviously not. But I'm saying.
And what does Hamzat do to Brendan Allen?
No, we're just doing match. No, Hamzat will beat RDR and he'll beat Brendan Allen as well. But I'm saying those two, RDR in particular, we're talking about now, is a tougher fight for Hamzat than Baralio because Baralio offers nothing off his back, whereas RDR will try some stuff. Do you know what I mean?
Listen, I rate Baralio. I think he's good. I think the fight against in Paris, he went down the route of trying to get in Imovov's head a bit too much, and I think he paid the
He
price.
tried to strike with an elite striker,
Yeah,
and Imavov showed him levels.
he did.
But then Imavov against Hamzat, he's gonna get ragdolled. Do you know what I mean?
That fight's not even gonna happen though.
It should happen though. But
Like.
what are you gonna do?
I don't know
Strickland-
what Imavov is just not rated in the UFC or whatever, but Strickland beating Hernandez the way he did, which was impressive. I can't lie, bro. They're gonna do Strickland. They're gonna do Strickland Hamzat.
I mean, that would have been the perfect fight for the White House.
Yeah, but that's too much commotion.
No, but the way obviously Strickland's a madman, innit? He says a lot of wild stuff. Yeah, that included he's American. The White House card, America. He's fighting a Russian guy. That would have been perfect for the White House card.
Yeah, would have got two heat.
No, but still politics. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, no, but it would have got. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. They would have got.
some crazy stuff. But that fight, obviously, I think Hamzat's injured.
Is he?
I think he's injured. You know, I think so.
I mean, I don't know. Imavov is just getting violated. Like, I thought they would have booked that fight by now. I'll be honest. But yeah, I thought it was good win. It was predictable. You know, Baralio was just gonna do enough. He's got better hands than Derrida. Like you said, Derrida's just slow, and was just blowing after 5 minutes. Like, I don't know. There must be a serious cardio issue there. Do you remember he gave up on the stool?
Interesting though, because when he came in and the way he beat Bo, and he beat Whittaker, you're thinking this might be the guy. And
No,
just
you
like
well,
that-
you
I
thought
did-
he
I
was
did.
the guy.
And just like that, the sport changes just like that. A couple losses and now look, that's 2 losses in a row. One more loss, he might get cut.
Yeah,
You know the UFC 3 losses in a row, they usually get cut.
yeah.
Do you know what I mean? But there was a few other fights. Rosas won.
One thing I want to say, yeah, is 2 points I want to make. I don't want to rip too much into Rosas, but like, God, is he boring, bro? Oh my gosh, like, it was so predictable that was just gonna be Raul Rosas taking him down, not really threatening with a submission, and just just holding him and taking him down, and Font getting back up and taking him down. Like, there's no, and I don't want to be too harsh because Rosas is 21, I think, and now he's in the top 15, but he ain't doing nothing to anyone elite at bantamweight. Like, nothing, like zilch, nada, nothing. Genuinely, throw him in there against a Bautista. Throw him in there against, well, what we want to give seriously good names. You know what I'm saying? What's he gonna do to Umar? What's he gonna do to these sort of guys, bro? He ain't ready for that. But he's gonna be 13th. He's gonna be 13th, 14th. He ain't even beating Peyton Talbot, bro. We saw Talbot took down Cejudo.
Talbot's been looking good though.
Talbot beats.
What about Cody? Does he beat Cody Garbrandt? The way he looked.
Oh, that was a weird fight. No, Cody's
You know what's
nowhere.
funny? Like
Cody's nowhere near top 15 though. Cody's nowhere
just
near
throwing
top
names
15.
out there, I'm just throwing names.
No, but Cody going into that fight as well. Cody,
It kept nearing him there.
yeah, but then he wants to do the all right, let's scrap, and then when he gets a second point deducted, he's running around the octagon.
You know what's funny? You look at the scorecards. Had it not been for those 2 points,
That's what I'm saying. He would have lost.
He would have lost.
Yeah,
What was it 28-27?
I don't know.
It was 28-27 across the board.
Cody's
He would
not,
have lost that fight.
Cody's not a top 15 bantamweight anymore, bro. You know what I'm saying? Those days are long gone. But
There's not really much to talk about.
but yeah, no.
Other than that.
But the point I'm making is that like the UFC, they do this where they put filler fights on the main card, bro. You're looking at it. You're looking like
Gillespie had a good knockout.
you're looking at Gregory Rodriguez.
I must say.
Yeah, you're looking at RoboCop and you're looking at Drew Dober, back-to-back knockouts. You're like, yeah.
Dober knockout.
And then you look at that, and then you're like,
that Drew Dober knockout.
yeah, it was nasty.
Was
I can't.
rough.
But then,
You know, he left a dent in Michael Johnson's face.
yeah,
Did you see
it's
it?
crazy. They're saying it's racially motivated, bro.
Yeah. He's knocked out every black guy he's fought.
Bro,
But you know what it is, yeah. Dober doesn't like that. He said he doesn't like that whole.
yeah,
But it's
he
just Twitter. People on Twitter taking the mick, you know.
But that's listen. The point that I was making is that like the UFC sometimes on main cards they put filler fights, bro. You could have went, made yourself a cup of tea. You could have, I don't know, gone to the toilet, done whatever you wanted to do, and you knew that fight would still be on. You know what I'm saying? Raul Rosas, Rob Font. Like, why is this on the main card, bro? It's a prelim scrap. It's a prelim scrap. Just like Bo Nickel is a prelim scrap on the White House. Just like Zahabi. Do you know what? Bro, I was saying this when I was live streaming yesterday. Zahabi's manager, yeah, when he got the call from Hunter Campbell saying, we want you to be on the White House card, he must have thought it was a prank. I don't care what sort of win streak Zahabi's on. How are you putting him on the White House when there's Corey Sandhagen against Sean O'Malley to be made right there? Why is it not getting made?
Yeah, I mean.
Why is that
Or look, you either do Peter Yan versus Marab, or you do
That's
Peter
good,
Yan,
but-
or you do Peter Yan versus O'Malley.
No, Peter Yan against Marab's getting done.
Exactly. So then that means O'Malley's available.
Again, and so is Sandhagen.
Yeah, Sandhagen, that's the fight. But they do name him Zahabi. I think they want the American to win because you go across the card. The main event, the American.
Do they? Because they threw Chandler with Rufy.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. So if you really think about it, Bo Nickel and O'Malley are probably the only ones where you probably think they'll win.
Let me get the card.
Gaethje is getting flattened in 1 minute. Oh, sorry, 1 round. Because I said a minute, people got upset. Yeah, 1 round. Yeah.
5 minutes. Within 5
What other Americans are on the card? Chandler will lose to Rufy, in my opinion.
knockout.
Yeah. The co-main is 2 foreign fighters, a Brazilian versus a Frenchman. So there's no American winning there.
Even
They need an American to win. Trump's going to be front row.
even Diego Lopez against Steve Garcia, like
Yeah.
they're violating my boy Lopez. I get that he lost to Volk, but he's fighting number 9 now. No one knows about Steve Garcia. I'm not saying Steve Garcia is bad, by the way. I think he's
told
good.
you losing twice to the same guy is not good. Like I tried to tell you.
Bro, Bo Nickel against Cow. Wait. We need to take a second, bro. Bro.
In that silence.
Bro. I'm going to get mad. Bo Nickel against Kyle Dorcas is on the main card of the White House. Dana White's bald head was literally gassing this card like you wouldn't believe, saying I'm spending millions and millions. We're going to have to redo the whole lawn of the White House, bro. And you're putting Kyle Dorcas, bro.
Dana said it. He said it will be the best card that they've ever done. This is probably one of the worst cards I've seen. Bar the 2 fights on the main card. Well, it is just a main card. Bar those 2 fights, the rest of the fights.
Yeah, but why are we saying Topuri's knocking out Gaethje within 5 minutes? It's quick job. You go for a toilet break, you're missing it. Gaethje's sleeping.
That should have been a Makachev, Ilya.
Yeah,
The caliber of card it should be that kind of level. You're right.
Yeah.
You're right. Because
The only
it's not a competitive fight. I'm glad I'm not the only one saying this. Gaethje versus Topuria is not competitive.
It's not competitive.
Not at all. This is Gaethje's in trouble. Right? And Gaethje's gonna retire after this. Gaethje said this is my last run for a belt, right? If I'm not in contention for the belt, I'm gonna retire. So this is his retirement fight. He's gonna retire in front of Trump.
Gaethje's getting, bro. Gaethje.
But he's in trouble. He's gonna feel the power early. He's gonna feel the timing.
He's gonna do the chicken dance.
He's gonna get clipped early. He's gonna clock this guy's too quick. It's too precise. And Ilya's gonna.
The thing is, I think in his heart of heart, yeah, even he was at the event yesterday. He was on the desk with Dustin. He knows in his heart of hearts. I swear to you,
I think
when they're in Denver, Colorado, and Trevor Whitman's giving him all these flipping tactics, bro. In his heart of heart, when he's gonna lay in bed, yeah. And listen, Gaethje's had a great career.
he's a
You
legend.
know what I'm
he's a
saying?
legend.
We were having that discussion
Yeah.
whether he's a Hall of
The
Famer,
Hall of Famer.
but he knows. He
I think
knows.
he came out and said, I don't want to misquote him, but I read somewhere, I'm gonna have a fire fight.
Whatever happens, happens.
Whatever happens, happens. Or something like that. It was like we'll see the first to get knocked out. Do you know what I mean? It's like a confident guy wouldn't talk like that. Ilya will say, I'm gonna knock him out in the first round. There's no fight.
Yeah. But
If you get in a fight with a guy like Ilya Topuria, that's the worst thing you could do.
you're getting chin.
You're getting clipped. He's gonna time you and clip you coming in.
Yeah, he's
You look at what he did to Oliveira and look at what Oliveira is doing to guys. Look what Oliveira did to Gamrot
to
and
Volk.
to Holloway.
To Volk.
That's what I'm saying. So, but that Oliveira KO was like he's aged so well.
I do think Oliveira was fried that day, but
Yeah, but
I hear it.
I'm just saying it aged well. If anything, it makes Ilya look better, and it shows that Oliveira wasn't washed because the way he's come back.
What do you think about the Pereira Cyril Gane fight, though?
I think that's
the most. I think that's
best fight they could
that's
make
the
at
best.
heavyweight.
I think that's the most interesting matchup on the whole main card.
I'm gonna put it out there as well. I think Gane wins. I don't think that's a bad shout.
You rate Gane.
I rate Gane.
You pick Gane. Yeah.
Is there a takedown threat? Is there a takedown threat when you fight?
Do you think Gane could grapple?
No, but I'm saying though,
Do you think Gane could grapple him though?
possibly, but there's no takedown threat for Cyril Gane. Cyril Gane's Achilles heel is the takedown, right? He struggles against guys that get him down. And Gane ended up taking him down. Jones took him down. Those are his only 2 losses, right? If I'm correct.
So do you think it's just going to be a pure kickboxing?
It's going to be pure kickboxing match. We'll see if Pereira's power translates. It definitely will.
Will
Cyril Gane is a big guy. Cyril Gane has good distance management. He's not some scrub.
You think Pereira hits harder than Gane?
That's a tough one. I don't know what to say to that. I think he does. One punch.
One punch KO.
I think one punch he does. But also the thing is as well, the longer the fight goes, at heavyweight, he's going to come in, 230, 240. He's going to be undersized as well compared to Gane. Gane, what does he walk at? 245, 250. Gane's a bit
heavier, bro.
And Pereira, if he's making 205, I think he's going to come in 230 max.
Yeah, 230,
230 max. Between 220, 230. So he's a smaller man already. We'll see. What if Gane starts mixing up with some takedowns?
I think Alex Pereira needs to chop Cyril Gane's leg for sure.
But then again, Gane is a kickboxer, bro.
Yeah,
that's
what
he's not afraid of getting kicked, and he can check it. He can time it coming in. He can time a punch with his kick. But the thing is, though, we have to commend Pereira for trying to create history.
Yeah,
because he'll be the first guy to win 3 belts if he does.
Even though
I know it's an interim.
Yeah.
But look at the circumstances. Aspinall's not coming back anytime soon. This is the best they can do. And speaking of Aspinall, he's signed with
Eddie
Hearn's Matchroom as an advisor.
Mad.
What'd you make of that?
I don't know. It just stinks. Huh?
I think that's a silly move.
I think it just stinks of like Aspinall maybe has 1 or 2 fights left in the UFC.
He does. His dad already came out and said we're not going to re-sign after.
Which is such a shame. It's such a shame.
But his dad was already flirting with boxing. I think they've made this decision to sign with Matchroom, with boxing
down the line, yeah.
Because they know after the 2 fights on his contract, they're gonna go to box. And I think he gets chinned in boxing. Like boxing is different. Imagine him against Daniel Dubois. Like he's in trouble.
Yeah. What do you think of Rufi Chandler though?
Well, we go off Rufi's last performance. He came in compromised. Was he? I think he had the flu or something. He was in a bad way and he was injured. And I think he's the first man to knock out Fiziev like that. Has Fiziev ever get knocked out? Never been knocked out like that. If I can't remember.
He's been dropped by Gaethje.
Like he got knocked out, like finished.
Yeah, no, he got.
So we have to commend that. And Chandler, when was the last time he won a fight?
Yeah, it's been a while.
And who did he win against? If I remember, I don't even. What was his last win? I don't even know.
Is it Tony Ferguson? There's no way.
Probably was, yeah.
You got to commend him because he's fighting like he fought Paddy. Now he's fighting Rufi.
Fair play. Listen, he gets his White House card.
Yeah.
And we'll see. We'll see.
quickly, let's preview UFC. Well, next week the card's a bit stinky, but there's UFC London this month. I mean, they're violating. They're violating. We've spoken about this before. But
MVP's getting violated.
yeah, Nathan Patterson. Nathan Patterson's good though.
Look, with MVP, look.
He spoke up.
No, but
you see how he spoke
I
up?
know, but he sort of brought this upon himself because I don't know why he left middleweight. I don't know. Look, he's on a run at middleweight. He's beaten what? 2-3 guys at middleweight already. He's coming off a win against Cannonier, who was in the top 10. Bro, he's like 1 or 2 or 3 wins from a title shot. Why are you going down to 170 where you've had no success? Of course, they're going to give you a guy in Patterson who's MVP beaten of name at 170. I think he beat, what's his name again?
Holland.
He's got better wins at middleweight. Of course, if you go down, you're not going to get a top guy. He sort of brought this upon himself. You stay at 185 and keep racking up your wins. Don't don't try and fix what's not broken. Do you know what I mean? I don't get that.
I agree. What do you think? But what do you think of the card as a whole?
Murphy versus Evloev.
Well, so far neither one have pulled out.
You know what it is? Evloev is just a bookie guy. Where Murphy's on form right now. Murphy's coming off a knockout win against Pico. And you think, all right, he's gonna take that form into this fight. But Evloev will just find a way to
stifle it. Yeah,
he's gonna decision him. I can just see it.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? And you just
if you paid your hard-earned money to go to that event, like honestly, bro.
Yeah, man.
I don't know. You should
you should watch it on TNT Sport, innit?
Bro, just watch it wherever. But
TNT Sport.
TNT.
Pay for subscription, innit?
Point that I'm making is like, I can't believe like the card that they've just dropped on us. Like, I mean, I like Luke Riley, but this is his second fight in the UFC and he's the co-main against
you
Michael.
also have to look at it from a perspective. Is there a lot of talent coming out of the UK right now?
No.
Apart from Aspinall MVP, I know there's a few guys out of that Liverpool camp, but
yeah,
I think one of them lost on his debut. I think.
Yeah.
Exactly. So there's not much coming out of the UK. Let's be honest, man.
Oh man. Any other fights that have been announced that we need to? JDM Prates has been announced. So what's the sitch with Islam? Because then you get Usman said, "Oh, I got offered DDP at middleweight," which I'm like, what the hell?
You can't really believe half the things.
Yeah, Ali. Yeah,
it's a bit of a
no, but even Ali.
Yeah,
Ali.
You know what they say, but it's interesting though. I think they're gonna go the Ian Gary route.
You think so?
Yeah.
Ian Gary's in Georgia right now.
They're gonna go the Ian Gary route.
I think that's a great fight.
That's a good fight. You can't say he doesn't deserve it. Maybe Prates deserves it too. At the end of the day, the UFC had to make a decision. Either go with Prates.
So what's Morales?
Go with Morales or go with
So
Ian Gary.
If you give it to Gary, who's Morales fighting?
That's the thing. I don't know who's gonna fight.
Should I get the rankings up right now?
He can't fight too low though. That's the thing. We can bring up the rankings, but you can't really make him fight too low. He's just coming off a win against a top contender.
Brady's already got a fight book though, and he's the one that lost.
Who's Brady?
Oh, Bilal. You throw Michael Morales against Bilal.
But Bilal's coming off a loss though. 2 losses, innit? Bilal lost to Ian Gary, didn't he?
Yeah, he did.
Exactly. So that fight there doesn't really do much for my man. You know what I mean?
Prates is fighting JDM, bro. If Prates wins that, that's guaranteed title shot, innit?
I mean,
Who do you think wins that though?
I mean, it's a striking matchup, you know.
JDM's technical though, man.
It's technical, but
Prates got the equalizer.
Has the equalizer, man.
Do you remember when do you remember when Prates first came onto the scene and I told you, bro, like, watch out for this guy. You're like, this guy ain't gonna crack the top 5 or the top 10 even.
No, I didn't say that.
Bro, no, Mo, you know.
I never said he won't crack the top 5. Come on.
Are you joking?
No way, man. I'd say about Prates when he's knocking everyone out.
No, I'm saying when I first spoke to you about him, when he knocked out the Leech. Yeah, and then what was his first fight of substance?
No, I said if he wants to make it
when he lost to Gary.
Not even that. I just said he needs to change his lifestyle. Like the guy's smoking, drinking every day, and obviously Ian Gary is sort of someone that wrestled him, innit?
Yeah, it was Ian Gary, but
that's
his
it. But that Ian Gary fight, he looked good and it was short notice, wasn't it?
it was short notice for Gary. He was meant to fight. He was meant to fight maybe Jeff Neal. No, then he got
Well,
cancelled.
even fighting someone, a complete replacement, it's tough for Pratis as well because he has to completely switch his game.
Yeah.
So that's
If they were to rematch, who do you think would win though?
it's tough because Pratis is a lot better than he was then, but so is Ian Gary. It's tough. I can't call it.
That's why welterweight is the best division right now. I can't lie.
Yeah.
It's there's a lot going on, but yeah, that's been announced. Like I said, as a whole, UFC 326. People will say it was a bit underwhelming. I'd have to probably
It was,
agree.
man. It was.
We didn't even big up Robocop though. Before we finish, big up Robocop because I completely forgot that was a rematch. And Ferreira knocked him out cold the first time, and Robocop got his get back. And like you said, Drew Dober. I mean, Michael Johnson's been around the.
He left a dent in his face.
It's peak.
It was peak.
Yeah, I'd give that like a 7 out of 10.
I get like 6.5.
6.5. Yeah. UFC 327 as well. Olberg, Prohaska, and Van Vitara.
That's for the belt, innit?
Both are for the belts. It's just one of those. It'll be a good little event in it, but it's like it's no real big names.
I think
Yuri
the light
wins,
heavyweight division's in trouble now, man.
Yeah.
They need Ankalaev back. My boy
Nah,
Ankalaev.
bro. Why am I here?
Ankalaev beats both of them.
Where's Ankalaev right now?
I think he's injured, isn't it?
He's in the mountains in
Yeah, but he's injured though as well. He's actually injured.
Yeah, but bro, he needs bro.
But no,
The
Ankalaev,
UFC the UFC are gonna give.
Ankalaev will beat both those guys. Come on, man. Ankalaev beats both of them. I think there's great news for Ankalaev. Pereira's gone up. They're 1-on-1. So you look at who's next. Is
I can't lie. Ankalaev could never chat to Pereira ever again, bro.
No, they're 1-on-1 though.
Nah, but the way he got beat, he
Okay,
couldn't.
but
Bro.
Ankalaev did say he came in compromised.
Yeah, and
You know, he did say it though.
at the end of the day, you signed the contract, you got in the article.
You're right. But Pereira's the only guy that can chat to Ankalaev. Who else can chat to him?
No, but bro, he went in there like Ankalaev owed him money.
He got destroyed.
Ankalaev can never chat his name, bro. Like when they walk in the room, he has to look down.
Jamal Hill, Prohaska, Olberg, Reyes. Who else is there? What's that one? 205.
Robert Whitaker.
He's gone up in it. I didn't hear of it. He's We'll see how he looks, but I think he's undersized.
Bro, he's undersized. He's gonna get chinned up.
5'11". He used to fight 170.
Reyes is fighting Walker, which is just
Johnny Walker, Ankalaev. Come, we've already seen that.
yeah, we have seen that. But yeah, big up all the fighters yesterday. We'll move on to UFC.
And big up Bo Nickel for coalescing spot on the White House Cup. He did the impossible. Honestly.
Bro.
People get onto him, but he's got the best management in the UFC. The way he just snuck his way into that White House card, you have to commend him.
What do you think? What about Cal Dorcas, bro?
No, they just put someone in there that he can beat to make it look good. He's gonna wave the American flag at the White House. That's all this is, you know.
Yeah,
it's get your token American to win. Trump
that on the main card, bro.
Yeah.
There'll probably be fights on the prelim.
You're thinking it's a 6-fight card. Do 4 title fights. Why not? Do you know what I mean?
4 title fights.
Brother, it's a 6-fight card. That's horrible, man. Horrible.
Stinky. Dana, get a grip. Hunter Campbell, get a grip. But I'm standing on business. Conor McGregor against Charles Oliveira. International Fight Week BMF belt. It's happening. Charles has got the belt now. I'm telling you, it's happening. I'm telling you, it's happening.
No chance.
We shall see. Anyways, thank you for watching. Make sure to look out for the clips at Punches and Pundits. We'll post all the clips from today's podcast. And we will be live streaming a lot of the events now coming up in the next few weeks and months. So watch out for that. We'll see you lot soon. Peace. He stays.